linkage guard. The really talented riders don't need them. They get over big obstacles with great technique, and the suspension linkage almost never hits the obstacle. It's also why the pro riders almost never have exhaust guards either. Then there's us, the everyday muppets. The bottom of our suspension linkage takes a lot of punishment. Go! If you have linkage suspension, you should consider some protection, especially if you ride in gnarly terrain. Whoa! And remember to let us know about linkage protection you have used and how much it cost. We will add useful information to the pinned first comment.
I bet early on that one.
So let's look at the cheapest options through to the most expensive. 1. Do nothing. The linkage is designed to be fairly tough. If you are careful, it's possible to minimise the impact of rocks and logs. In this video, I was riding a borrowed beta cross trainer, so I was being very careful over these logs. The main problem? It's easy for the linkage to catch on obstacles and bring you to a sudden stop. And it's harder to slide the bike over obstacles. It was surprising how often the linkage was caught and I had to lift the bike over the logs.
Yeah, this one catches really badly.
2. You can buy these small guards that provide extra protection at the point of impact. The plastic ones are quite cheap. The alloy guards like this are more expensive at around US $90. The problem? They actually increase the chances of getting caught on obstacles. 3. Attach a plastic extension to your existing skid plate. There are plenty of these available. Some riders even make their own extension using a thin plastic cutting board. Potential issues? It's only providing a limited amount of extra protection based on the thickness of the plastic. If it's very thin, it will only absorb a small amount of major impacts. Also, the plastic is flexible, so it's possible for the plastic to bend and still make it harder to slide over obstacles. But it will definitely be easier than no guard at all.
There's no grunt there.
4. A billet alloy linkage guard. The advantages? They are nearly indestructible. They are completely flat on the bottom, so you can slide easily over rocks and logs. I had one of these a few years ago when I was learning to get over big rocks and logs. It took an incredible amount of abuse. The bottom of the Pro Power unit was gouged to pieces, but it was still doing its job. I wish I had taken a photo. I was surprised it was still working properly after so much punishment. There are 2 main brands. This Australian-made Pro Power X-Link is the cheapest at Australian $299. That includes free worldwide shipping. It's also worth checking out their other Aussie-made gear: radiator shrouds, rear brake disc guards, carbon fibre exhaust guards and carbon fibre frame guards. Next is the Fastway linkage guard at US $274, which doesn't include shipping. That's usually US $70 outside of the USA, so starting to get pretty expensive for international customers. Why aren't there more options? I know a guy who does CNC machining, and he said products like this are very complex to design and it takes a long time to machine. It also explains the high prices. But if you like riding in rough terrain, it could be relatively cheap compared to damaging the linkage, clevis or rear shock. So, do you use linkage protection? Did it work well? Expensive or cheap? Keen to hear your thoughts.